Hello again, everyone. Doing an unboxing today of an item that I purchased. So let's open this up and I'll show you what we got. And looks like we got quite a bit of bubble wrap. And it's small. Can you guess what this is? Most of you probably know. This is Symphonic. MINNI TV, it's called. M-I-N-N-I. The model is a TPS 5050. These sets were made in the mid to late 60s. Rabbit ear antenna. They were UHF, VHF. Here's a VHF tuner. And then the UHF is just a turn type with a little dial in the top there. And front controls for vertical, horizontal, brightness, contrast, on-off volume. 3-inch screen. This one's in good shape. There doesn't seem to be any scratches on the screen. A lot of these you see, this will be all scratched up, and it is plastic, so you could possibly buff it out, but this one's in good shape. See the little logo on the side, M-I-N-N-I TV. And model number on the back, along with this is a battery pack that has rechargeable batteries in it. Anxious to see. It's really heavy, so I'm sure the batteries are still in there and probably all corroded up. But we'll get that out and look it over. This is an earphone jack. This is an external antenna jack. So let me take this battery pack out and see what kind of shape it's in. And immediately I can see corrosion down in here, so I'm sure these batteries are in bad shape. 2 screws here that loosen, they hold the batteries in. Yep, we're really corroded. We got a lot of corrosion in here. That battery is corroded to the terminal. But hopefully we can clean it up. We're going to hook some voltage up to the back of the set and see if we can get anything when we turn it on. Using this old Night DC power supply. My dad bought this. I think he built it. I think it was a kit. But anyway, he bought it back in probably the mid to late 50s maybe. Still works. We have 9 batteries in that battery pack, so 9 times a volt and a half would be 13 volts or so. 13 and a half. So I'm going to put it on 12 volts. And let's see if we get anything. Well, controls are really scratchy.
Look at you hanging around butting in where you don't belong.
I use a Blonder Tongue Agile modulator on channel 6. And that's what we're on. This thing works. Controls need to be cleaned, but that's a minor thing. There's brightness. Contrast controls is really dirty. Horizontal, vertical, So what do you say? Still works. These little sets are known to have a lot of bad capacitors that if you started changing them, there'd be lots and lots to change, hard to get to. But it looks like we're going to be okay on that. The vertical height may need to be stretched out a little. And get this antenna out of the way. Yeah, it's got a vertical height, a vertical frequency, and a horizontal frequency. So let's try this vertical height and see what it does. There we go. That looks better. Fine tuning's working.
Who does that? When your car's check engine light comes on, that could spell big trouble for you and your wallet. And or computer system breakdown could cost you.
So we got a working Symphonic 3-inch TV from the late 60s. Main thing's going to be these battery connections. If we want to see if it'll run on batteries, and I'm sure it would if you had all this cleaned up and had some fresh batteries in it. I'm not going to be putting batteries in it to play it, but might try to get this cleaned up, and that way it won't be continuing to corrode over the years. Didn't get a 12-volt power supply with it, so need to come up with something on that. The negative goes on the left, positive on the right.
Someone who's served in homicide for 8 years, how would you explain that?
And above the DC input pins, there's a switch that says play/charge, and then just one that says play. So I'm assuming you would slide that to charge, and that would charge the batteries, the rechargeable batteries. Yeah, we cleaned the controls, got that taken care of.
Charlie Tuggle will get his. You give the kids my love. I miss you.
I've cleaned these battery connections as good as I can. Won't be using batteries in it anyway. Probably won't be using the set much at all, but we'll just be using it on power supply, 12-volt power supply.
Anyone there?
And I was able to find a 12-volt power supply had laying around. Just had to put a couple connectors on it. And I may try to mark each one of these like positive and negative, or I might just leave it plugged in, go with it like that. I'm probably going to be the only one turning this on periodically, so it's not that big a deal. But that power supply works fine. So that's the little 3-inch Symphonic mini TV. Working on an AC adapter.
Get a blood sample from underneath our fingernails. Type O.
Well,
See you next time. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.